Sunday. How y'all doing? Thank you for being here on a weird day. Well, it's always a weird day when we read together, but a different day than Saturday. How y'all doing? It's a little ironic because I would have been really happy to broadcast to y'all yesterday because Saturday is Saturn Day, associated with the planet Saturn, and we have this grand conjunction coming up tomorrow between Jupiter and Saturn. And I'm going to give a longer reading about that, do a little video on it especially, but I wanted to give y'all a few key phrases before we start the reading for this week, just to give you something to work with and kind of blend with your weekly reading. So I was doing my thing this morning, kind of doing my pre-reading ritual, getting ready, meditating, conferring with spirit, and I was getting a few key phrases. Hey girl, hey, how you doing, Sarah? Hey Hillary, thank you y'all for saying hi. Always a pleasure to see you. Again, I feel like I'm being assumed into heaven. Is that a little better? All right. Hey, it's Katie Beth. Okay, so Jupiter conjunct Saturn. This energy is a little weird because Jupiter and Saturn, they stand for opposite things. Hey Elizabeth, hey Shannon, yay! I'm so excited to see y'all. Saturn, that's funny. This flipped up right as I was going to say it. Yes, you did, Lexi. Welcome, welcome. Saturn is the prince of form, the earthly world, limits, discipline, rules, obligations, right? The stuff we have to do, adulting. Jupiter is fun and growth and luck. Hey, Emily. And expansion, and doesn't really care for rules and restrictions at all. Encourages us to overdo it. Hey, Christine, y'all, I'm so happy to see you. So here are just a few pointers to weave in with your weekly reading regarding that conjunction happening tomorrow between Saturn and Jupiter. Confront self-restrictions, limitations, and self-concepts that you have outgrown. If you choose to invest in what doesn't hold value for you anymore, you will pay the price. These are the kinds of heavy-ass phrases I was hearing, but the thing is, if you think about the opposite of that, if you invest in things you do care about, the growth can be exponential. Saturn plus Jupiter for me equals cautiously optimistic, willing to grow within limitations and structures that are already present so that we can use them and gain luck, good fortune, and expansion. You know, sometimes when we operate in smaller, more restrictive places, it means that once we hit a less restrictive place, we get bountiful. Hey, Vita! So happy to see you. Welcome, welcome. So, we want to try to think of rules and obligations as pathways to maturity and wisdom. Rules and obligations can be unfun, but if they are pathways to maturity, wealth, and wisdom, then they're well worth their salt. So only invest in what's worth it to you, because whatever you invest in is going to grow. And if you don't want it to grow, don't grow it. All right. Now let's get into the weekly reading. We're going to go from Aries through Pisces as usual, looking at an overall focus and energy for the week, what it looks like regarding money, income, and opportunities. Hey, Adela, it's been a minute. How you doing, Doe? And then we'll look at relationships, connections, love, family, etc. Let's jump in. Ready, Aries? Ready, steady, grow. Jupiter conjunct Saturn. Happens once every 20 years. Hey, Fernando. Hola, how you doing? So let's make this 20-year celebration worthwhile. Aries, Spirit, for their highest good, what does Aries need to know this week? Overall focus and energy. Tomorrow is the grand conjunction, Spirit. What is characterizing the week for Aries? Okay. And when it comes to income, jobs, opportunities, Spirit is ready to talk today. They are talking fast. Hey, Praxis. There's my kitty. Hey. Come, hang out. And finally, let's look at love. Connections, feelings. Spirit is saying the web, which is interesting. Okay, let's find out. Oh yeah, there's what a tangled web we do weave, Aries. Ooh, what I think you're ready to untangle it. Okay, all right, let's talk about it. Oh no, I just missed somebody's message, but thank you for sending it. Okay. Overall energy and focus for this week, Aries. Time to clear the confusion. Five of Wands. It's a too many cooks spoil the broth situation. There's a lot of energy and activity, but not a lot of rules, or perhaps not a lot of understanding. There needs to be a little bit more organization. Our friend Saturn, I mean, they told me this morning they were going to be hanging out and talking a lot about this. So our friend Saturn is saying, if you feel tied up, if you feel like things aren't moving forward at the rate you would like them to, it's kind of time to get serious and take your blindfold off and look at things for what they really are. What I'm hearing in particular, Aries, is if you are trying to get something off the ground, maybe even with another person or a group of people, I want you to consider who your allies are and whether they're really ready to do what you're ready to do. And secondarily, are you ready to do what you feel ready to do, or are you kind of still messing around, fucking around and finding out? That's very Five of Wands. I'm gonna fuck around, I'm gonna mess around, I'm gonna play at it. But Two of Swords is telling me that you feel frustrated by that and you feel tired of that and you're ready to make a move and for things to move forward. Like, I'm kind of getting this feeling of inertia. Like, come on, can we just get going? And Spirit wants you to get something going. But for you to get something going, you have to get going. I actually did an overall read for the Jupiter conjunct Saturn whole aspect and whole transit. This Eight of Cups is a key part of that. Eight of Cups is leaving behind things that we have been pouring and pouring and pouring time, energy, love, effort into that don't replenish us. Things and people that we try to nourish and bring life, and they do not bring us any life. If anything, they may be like life depleting. So it's letting go of, particularly with the cups. Ooh, okay, Spirit is saying, this is your money, income, work, projects, etc. sector, right? And if something is emotionally messy in the workplace, that's no good. Like, those things have no place together. Hey, Gaia, happy to see you. If there is somebody using guilt, if there is somebody using, like, dangling a carrot or a stick in front of you to get you to do anything, hey, Lori, you want to remove yourself, or at least unplug as many emotional attachments as you can from that. I know that you may not be able to quit your job or leave this, like, toxic boss or toxic coworker environment is kind of what I'm feeling with this Eight of Cups. Like, oh God, the emotional slog that it takes to do this. Spirit wants you to have something better. Spirit wants to upgrade your money, and it's kind of like new opportunity, fresh energy is what I'm hearing, because this is stagnant ass, old ass energy. Spirit wants you to have new money, new energy, could even be a new job or a new avenue of income that you're working on. And this is funny, but Spirit is, how many of y'all have seen Shawshank Redemption? What Spirit is showing me is that Rita Hayworth poster that somebody has in their prison cell, and you're digging that little tunnel, okay? You may not have a full-blown tunnel out of the prison of whatever work is right now, or your job situation, or your financial situation. Whoop. Wow. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. Please, hopefully, no screenshots of my ass. Listen. The energy is flying around the room. Spirit wants you to start something new or invest in something that is like a seed that is just sitting, waiting for you to plant it and grow it and give it something that can encourage it to open up. So if you've been keeping something, an idea, a plan, even an application or a grant or whatever, it's time to open up and send it out. We are still on Aries. We just got started, Gaia. So it's time for a new plan and a new approach. Okay? Five of Wands is graduating when we come over to the realm of relationships to Seven of Wands and the Death card. Hey, Patty, how you doing? See, the Five of Wands ultimately graduates to the Seven of Wands if it goes unchecked. Seven of Wands is a real fight, is defending yourself, is finding your true position, and your true position is on top, Aries. And you might have a lot of people coming at you. I'm actually hearing a couple different things. I'm hearing for some of you, people coming at you as competition, or as distraction with that Five of Wands, like, hey, I wanted this, or hey, I'm gonna do this, or hey, what about that, da 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 da, and it's a lot. And for others of you, it's like people who want to, some people are clamoring to do it with you, some people are clamoring to go against you, and either way, Spirit wants you to be focused on yourself. This Death card, and then that Eight of Cups, it's like, again, certain associations, certain obligations is what I'm hearing, need to be released and moved out of the way because you're not really truly committed to them. Hi. Sean, unless that's a pseudonym, I don't know you. So, Aries, putting something to death. Putting something to death. Letting it go. You're over it. Oh, thank you so much, Patty. I appreciate you. Let it go. There are better people to work with is also part of what I'm hearing. And for some of you, it's like, don't work with anybody, work with yourself. That's a very self-focused read for your relationship realm. Like, let go of those who are getting in your way and let go of associations that you're just not committed to. If you're not truly committed to it, release it. Move on. There's something better, fresher, more available, more full of potential than what you're doing right now. Okay? Okay. Time to get organized, huh? Time to map out a bit of a better plan. Spirit is saying, think about where you want to go and then reverse engineer it. Okay? We often think about the big, awesome, glamorous, sexy, great sounding goal, but we don't tend to think about the little steps that lead us to the big, sexy goal. Little steps. What are the little steps, Aries? New plan. Revamp it. And try not to feel guilty about the things that you let go. Time. It's time. Universally, astrologically speaking, it's time. All right. Yay! I'm glad, Hillary. All right. So now, let's talk to Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. Something interesting is that this conjunction is happening in the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarius is a fixed sign like you, Taurus. So all of the fixed signs are going to be feeling this conjunction a little extra. So if you've got Taurus Rising, Taurus Moon, any planets in Taurus, be aware. Woo! Whoa, whoa. Hey, Coco, I'm good. How you doing? Whoa, Spirit is throwing cards for Taurus. They're excited to talk to you. Okay, let's get into it. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, and dominant folks. What do they need to know for their highest good this week? The week of the grand conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn, Spirit. What does Taurus need to know for their highest good? All right. And when it comes to income, money, jobs, opportunities, what does Taurus need to know? All right. And finally, when it comes to love, connections, family, friendships, whatever the realm of feelings that you want to discuss with Taurus for their highest good. Okay? Whew. Wow. Wow. Okay. Right on the money. Overall focus and energy for this week, Taurus. Are you ready for an upgrade? And if you are ready for an upgrade, it's time to open up the rules a little bit. Four of Pentacles is holding tight. It is holding so tight to the resources that you have that there doesn't appear to be much room for either more resources or more opportunities. It's a stuckness. It's like there's just enough, but it's a little bit stuck. Now, connected to that, Nine of Cups. This is a positive card. Nine of Cups is self-satisfaction. I'm sitting back, I'm chilling, I'm good. Now, these two together can say that you might be a little bit boxed in. You might be okay, here's what I'm hearing. Some of you are satisfying yourselves with just not quite enough. And for others of you, it's kind of like it could be even better if you push for it. Now, you don't have to, Taurus. Your free will is everything. If you're good the way that you are, which this is kind of like, I'm good the way that I am, but this indicates like, I'm good. I do want a little bit more though. If you're in a place where you want a little bit more, push a little bit more. And the other thing about the Four of Pentacles is show people what you're worth and what you've got. Give generously of either your money or your abilities, and you will receive in abundance what you give generously. Okay? Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, a little bit maybe too self-satisfied, right? And it's interesting that Spirit brought up the fact that this great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn is going to be affecting all of those fixed signs a little bit more. It's kind of like, I mean, this couldn't be much more Saturn, Jupiter. Saturn, restrictions, rules, feeling a little tight. Jupiter, I want it all, and I want lots of all of it. Like, so tightening your belt versus needing to loosen your belt so that you can have more. What is it that you want, Taurus? And you may need to expand and broaden your plan a little bit. And if anybody can plan well, it's a Taurus. And if anybody can plan exceptionally well, it's a Taurus who has the King of Swords as one of the cards representing income, money, opportunities, efforts, jobs. The Fool. Open up and try something different. Open up your arms. Open up the plan. Give something a shot. And this feels instinctive, Taurus. It feels like some of you are instinctively moving toward, this could even be like a new, I'm hearing for some of you, like, investing is my new hobby, or I'm going to invest in this, in property or in tech or in something that I've never done before because I just want to see kind of if I can make my money work for me. It looks like a great plan. For those of you that are not into any of that investing stuff, because like I said, this is a general reading, right? And I'm seeing a few things for all the different Tauruses. For some of you, it's like they said, expand the plan. And the King of Swords is somebody who can see things from a very high place. The King of the Mind, the King of Words and Communications. Hey, Tauri. Hey, Gustavo. How you doing? Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I got things to say to you. Okay. Anyway, going on. The Fool. Open up and dive in. Try it. You might, because you're a fixed sign, you might be like, I know what my plan is. I'm doing it just like this. Well, Spirit is saying there's like an inventiveness, kind of a genius energy that comes with the King of Swords. And for some of you, this King of Swords may indeed represent somebody in the external world, a teacher, an employer, a coworker, somebody, even a coach, someone who sees something in you and is like, I could help you plan that, you know, and help you get clear about what it is that you're trying to create, accomplish, where you're trying to end up. I can help you with that. Let them help you with that. This is a very intelligent person. This is also a very honorable person. If they say something, they truly mean it. Word is bond. That's very King of Swords. I like this person. I trust this person. Now, all of this so far has been pretty... Oh, I will. I mind you. The best part of your reading, Taurus, is this last bit. When it comes to relationships, friends, family, lovers, etc. Hello. Six of Cups and the Lovers. This is very sweet energy. This is also potentially very romantic energy, and it is absolutely, whether romantic or not, soulmate energy. It is people that you feel so deeply connected to that either they literally go back to your childhood or your deep past, so it could be sibling, could be childhood best friend or person you went to school with, or it could just be that the connection is so strong that it feels as if we've known each other our whole lives. You know, that's that Six of Cups thing. And then plus the Lovers, this is, Spirit is actually using the word ignition. Ignition. Something is being ignited. Something is being catalyzed this week. If you allow it to be, if you want it to be. Something is being kicked off and catalyzed that could have really beautiful implications for your love life and for your emotional life. Soulmate things. Like I said, doesn't have to be romantic, but I feel like you're almost giving birth to a plan with someone else. Together we're gonna do this. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. I love it. Exactly. Taurus, I want to say, step outside of yourself. If you've been keeping your plans or your hopes and dreams all to yourself, Share them with somebody that feels like a soulmate. Hey, Michaela. Share them with someone who feels like a soulmate to you, understanding that friends can be soulmates, family members can be soulmates, etc. Somebody who you feel this close to and like you can really be open and be yourself, and especially this, be vulnerable. If you talk to somebody you feel like you can be vulnerable in front of about what you want and what you're capable of and what you would like to create basically in 2021, let's just say, we're talking about this grand conjunction, they can, I'm hearing, expose and evoke some things for you. Time for some catalytic conversations. Okay? Okay. That was a lot of alliteration. I was going to say I'm going to stop, but I can't promise that, so. So let's just move on to Gemini. Hey, good morning. How many shots of that have you had this morning? I've only had 4 shots of espresso so far. I might be going in for more after this reading. We'll find out. All right. Oh, girl, you're so much better than me. God, you're so much better than me. Okay. Not 7? 7 of Cups joke. All right. Wow. There you're ready to talk to Gemini. I'm just going to show you that because it leapt out and just in case it shows up in your cards again. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. It's an important week, Spirit. Grand conjunction. Once every 2 decades we get this conjunction. Okay, Gemini. Overall focus and energy for Gemini. What do they need to know this week for their highest good? Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Okay? And when it comes to money, jobs, income, projects, opportunities. Okay? And finally, when it comes to love, connections, relationships, family for Gemini. Okay? Ooh. Oh, okay. Gemini. I want to preface this by saying we don't know each other. I'm not judging you, but I'm going to tell you straight what I'm hearing from Spirit is you're very powerful this week. Please use your powers for good. The Emperor and the Devil. The devil is attachment. The devil is addiction. Can be addiction to a substance, can be addiction to a person, can be addiction to a dead-end job or relationship. It is things that we are afraid to let go of because if I let go of this, what will I have left? But if we're holding on to something because that's the alternative, is like, what if I let this go, what do I have left? I don't know. Your freedom, your space, an opportunity to bring in a new energy or a new job or a new effort that feels more like you. Wisdom and maturity. Wisdom and maturity are things the Emperor holds, and those are things that the Devil holds back. They shade, right? The devil is shadow work. And the devil is nothing bad or evil or wrong, just the same way that the shadow is nothing bad or evil or wrong. Our shadow is our way of protecting ourselves from knowing things that we would rather not know. Like, oh no, this relationship is on the fucking rocks. Or, oh God, I'm gonna go crazy if I stay in this job another 6 months, but we tell ourselves, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And here's what Spirit is saying. You don't have any towers in this reading, okay? But if you're familiar with the Tower card, it's the card of things suddenly dissolving or a catastrophic end coming to something like a surprise out of nowhere. And Spirit is saying, Gemini, if you remain attached and you keep lying to yourself about this situation or this substance or this person that you're kind of addicted to or sticking to even though you don't really feel it, there's going to come a tower moment down the line. So it would be better to go ahead and take control and be the emperor of your life and say, I want this and I don't want that. This is discipline, this is rules, this is structure. Again, very Saturnian things. What do I want to build and what is keeping me from building and creating and having what I want to have? where maybe in your life might you be quote unquote lying to yourself or hiding things from yourself. Don't punish yourself. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel fucking bad about it. That would be the opposite of what we want to do. We want to bring compassion and understanding to maybe you're a little bit of a power tripper. Maybe you're a little bit of a control freak. Maybe you think that some people are better off not knowing things. Like what they don't know won't hurt them is actually what I'm hearing for some of you. What they don't know won't hurt them until they find out, and then it's going to hurt them, it's going to hurt you, it's going to hurt the larger situation. So, Gemini, if you need to reveal some things first to yourself, then to other people, I advise you highly to do that. Honesty is the best policy this week and always. Okay. All right. Now, something very cool is happening in your cards. That's overall energy and focus. When we come over to money, opportunities, jobs, projects, you had the Emperor, and here you have the Empress. And she's sitting right next to the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a little bit of an impatient, impetuous energy, kind of Gemini energy. Swords are the air element like you. Page of Swords is somebody who talks fast. So Page of Swords is someone who, you could think of the kid in the story of The Emperor Has No Clothes. Page of Swords is definitely the kid that says, hey, I don't know what y'all are talking about saying the Emperor has beautiful finery and all this shit. That guy is naked as fuck. That's Page of Swords. Now, it may not be the most graceful truth-telling energy, but here's the Empress. And she does bring grace and receptivity and opportunity to the realm of money. So you may need to go ahead and speak your truth. You're not giving me enough money to do this, or I'm going to start looking for another job if you all aren't willing to do XYZ. Or you may have to be the one to tell yourself the truth and be like, I need to start looking out for other opportunities. I need to change something up here because I'm not happy about it. I feel like there's kind of a revelation there. And Page of Swords is very breakthrough energy. Like I said, may not be the most mature or the most patient, but it is willing to change. And the Empress says there are things out there that might be nicer for you if you're willing to speak your truth, break through. Here's what I'm also hearing is if you think you would be good for a position, like I'm just going to say, hypothetically speaking, you see that some company or some person on social media is looking for someone to do XYZ, and you're like, you know what, I think I could do that. Speak up. Speak up. Like, throw your hat in the ring. Comment, DM, whatever it is you need to do, make yourself clear. Step up. Empress and Emperor in the same reading is like, if we can shed that devil shit of lying to ourselves and putting up with stuff that doesn't feel good to us, but we're attached, there's a lot of beautiful things that could come into your life. There's quite a divine union of feminine and masculine, having nothing to do with gender or sex and everything to do with yin yang. Like, the doing and then the receiving, okay? Not just always doing, and nor are we always sitting back and receiving. We're able to start the plan, and then the plan takes care of itself. We get the ball rolling, and then the momentum serves us. We're able to first grow and then enjoy, ooh, hello, and then enjoy the fruits of our labor. So speak up and be honest this week, Gemini. I feel that part of your honesty coming over to your relationship sector is going to be around a relationship that it just isn't serving you. And remember, the word relationship, it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be a friend. This could be a family member. It feels like there's a bit of disappointment, a little bit of disenchantment, and then you're looking out. You're looking out at a new horizon. Like, where could I go from here? There are other things possible, right? Like, I could go to other places. I could meet new people. And there's this blessing that wants to come to you. You may not see it coming because you're so focused perhaps on what you had before, or even where you feel stuck right now. It's like, I'm waiting for this person to call, or I'm waiting for this person to respond, or I'm waiting for this person to understand. And Spirit is kind of like, hey, we're trying to give you something totally new. So start thinking about expanding your horizons. This tells me that you should focus a little bit more on yourself, Gemini. Just for this week. It's a good time to focus in on what you want to build again in 2021. Where do I want to be? How do I want to feel? And, you know, if we were to just like draw a vertical line down the middle of a piece of paper and say, things in my life that I have currently that make me feel good, things that I have in my life currently that make me feel bad or aren't working for me, and did an honest assessment and started actually clearing up and making adjustments to that, that could have some pretty amazing implications. And Spirit is kind of saying, Spirit is saying it's worth your time. Spirit is saying it's worth your time. This is actually the Gemini card, so it's like union with self. The Devil card looks just like this, except with the reverse imagery. This is self-union. It's beautiful. That Emperor, Empress, and then that Lover's card, Spirit is really throwing that home. You and your twin are going to get together and be of one mind. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, you're so welcome, Hillary. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ooh-wee. Okay, Gemini, I hope that that is helpful. Now, let's enter the watery realm and speak to Cancer. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Quick reminder that I did put a free birth chart generator in the description of this video. So if at any point you're like, I don't know what my moon or rising or Mercury sign is or whatever, go ahead and use that free chart generator and it will tell you all of your placements. Cancer, let's talk. Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising, Cancer Dominant folks. What do they need to know, please, this week, Spirit? For their highest good. Cancer, for their highest good. Okay, overall focus and energy, you got it. Then looking at jobs, opportunities, income, creative projects. Spirit, what does Cancer need to know this week? All right. And finally, in the realm of relationships, feelings, friends, etc., what do you want Cancer to know for their highest good? Ooh. Wow. Wow. All you've got here, Cancer, are major arcana and court cards. So we got people and we have destiny. So Spirit just put those together as the phrase destined encounters. Okay, let's talk about it. Overall energy and focus for the week. Leadership and creativity. Creativity, spirituality, passion, all one and the same. The King of Wands is you. You are transitioning. Knight of Wands is that. It is the change itself. It is the leap forward. The King of Wands, when you come up as a King of Wands, it has nothing to do with gender or sex. You can be anywhere on that spectrum. That is valid. To show up as a king says that you manage your talents well. Your charisma, your wit, what makes you you, what lights you up inside. Now, often the King of Wands shows up, like I said, as someone very charismatic, someone very witty, which can be an actor, can be an artist, can be a singer, can be a writer, can be even a CEO or an entrepreneur. It is somebody who has a passion for something and they have an idea and they want to take it all the way from the germ of that idea, that ephemeral strike of inspiration, all the way to a full-blown plan. Oh, Lori, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. So take the lead, Cancer. You are a cardinal sign. Cardinal is king. I'm going to do this. I want to create that. And then go, start, begin. It doesn't mean that you have to start and finish in the same week, okay? But Spirit wants you to pursue that which sets your heart on fire, that which you would like to bring into this world, usher in, grow up, right? King of Wands, what is your passion? Where do you want to take the lead? Begin. It's beautiful. Speaking of begin, when we come to money, income, projects, opportunities, the Fool and the Hermit, the Fool and wisdom, 0 to 9. That's a big leap. That's a big leap. Person literally leaping off of a cliff. Let me not. Let me not. Okay. The Fool is not the idiot. The Fool is the eternal optimist, the eternal student, the wanderer, the person who has the courage to say, I know I don't know what I'm doing, but the way that I find out how to do what I'm doing is to do it. So let me just do it. Again, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, like taking the lead and going for it, opening up to the fact that there's a lot that you know and that you have, and Spirit wants you to get into it a lot more deeply. And here's what I'm actually hearing, Cancer, is there's a lot of self-prioritization, kind of like what they were saying with Gemini. It's like, what about you? What is it that you want to build? What is it that you want to create? And I feel like Spirit is saying this because Cancer, you're the mother of the zodiac, whatever, again, whatever your gender or sex or identification, you tend to want to nurture others, to care for others, to make sure their ideas come to fruition, make sure that they succeed in their mission. Spirit's like, hey, what about your mission? Think of you, take care of you, focus on you. Step away, as a matter of fact, from other things and other people that are demanding and draining of your energy, because this is the time to consult with yourself. This is the time. We're approaching the new year, right? So calendar new year has strong symbolism, a collective symbolism. We all think of it as like a potential clean slate. So Spirit is like, okay, it is winter. We are approaching that December 1st, 2021, or I'm sorry, January 1st, 2021 date. Take this time to go within. Take this time to go within and sort the wheat from the chaff. Make a plan and then execute. But take the time to make the plan, okay? When it comes to money, income, projects, you're going to make a big leap. That's just what I'm hearing. Now, coming over to the realm of relationships, a very powerful set of cards individually, but when these two are together, there is some potent decision making happening. Justice and judgment. Judgment is revelation. I'm actually hearing a couple things about this. I'm hearing for some of you, Cancer, revelation means information is going to be revealed to you. Things that you needed to know in order to move forward or decide what you want to do about your relationship status or decide what you want to do with this family dynamic. Things are going to be revealed that help you make an important decision. A decision that feels aligned with yourself. There's a lot of take the lead, stand up for yourself, trust yourself, Cancer. That's what I'm hearing. Trust yourself and then go with what you know. When you get the epiphany, move with the epiphany. Choose and adjust. Justice, adjusting the scales. Choose and adjust when you get the epiphany. This is how I need to live my life now, or this is what I need to change about the way I interact in relationships, and then follow through. That is going to bring you a sense of freedom and balance. And like, we don't always get both of those at once, but Spirit is like, you can feel the exhilaration of freedom and the safety of the plan at the same time. In fact, the plan and the discipline can be what creates the room for you to have fun. Kind of like we don't want really, really small children just playing next to an open highway. But if we put a fence, around where the kids like to play, there's a sense of safety. So the boundaries can make things more fun for you. Okay? Okay. All right. P.S. I really appreciate those of you that are taking the time to like and comment and stuff. So if you do like this and you don't mind taking a second to hit that thumbs up button or the thumbs down button, if that's what you're feeling, I mean, be honest, that's your free will. Either way, I would really appreciate the engagement. Thank you, y'all. All right. Now, let's move from Cancer over to Leo. Passionate, heart-centered Leo. Let's talk. Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising and Dominant folks. What do they need to know, please, Spirit? Lion-hearted Leos. Overall focus and energy this week, Spirit. The grand conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn, is tomorrow. What does Leo need to know to kick off this week? Thank you, Gaia. And now for Leo, Spirit, when it comes to income, money, projects, opportunities. Okay. And finally, when it comes to relationships, feelings, friends, family, connections, what do you want to tell Leo, Spirit? Okay. Let's get into it. Whoa, wow, 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 wow. God, I knew Spirit was going to be loud this week, but holy, okay. All right. You ready for this, Leo? This is a fucking important week. Hey, hey, Amy. Literally, you have from the first, number 0 of the major arcana, all the way to the final card. Number 21, the World. Pretty amazing. 0 to 21. I'm doing the whole Fool's Journey in 1 week, okay? That's pretty intense, Leo. That's like the formulation of something and then the completion of something. You may truly be bringing something to ready for broadcast, ready for production, ready for publishing. That can be the world, things going worldwide. A reminder that that doesn't mean that you have to be a famous person. I'm here live streaming on YouTube, right? This is a form of broadcast. I publish horoscopes. That's a form of publishing where you're giving people the opportunity to come see what it is that you do. So Leo, what is it that you do? What is it that you have been so excited to jump into? And what have you learned? What is it teaching you, and how can you share what you've learned? That's actually what I'm hearing for some of you. Alpha and Omega. Wow, the same way that they were telling Cancer there's like an epiphany on the way. There's a level of wisdom and maturity and epiphany that is coming for you this week, Leo. And the more you lean into it and ask for it, the further, the faster, the higher. That's what Spirit is saying. You're getting a bird's eye view. If you are afraid, and I'm going to talk more about this in just a second when we look at your income. If you are afraid of getting in over your head, if you are afraid of, oh my God, if I expand, what's going to happen? Or if I invest in this, like, oh, I don't have the money for that, or I don't have the time, or I don't have the resources for that. Spirit is like, A, you do. It's just about how you arrange them. And B, changing the way that you invest your time and energy and effort can have pretty brilliant results. So let's talk about it. When it comes to income, money, projects, opportunities, the Four of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords... here's how I picture this encounter happening in the tarot, right? Four of Pentacles meets the Queen of Swords along the road of the tarot. Queen of Swords is like, so you know you're bullshitting yourself, right? You know you're like clinging on to all of that as if it's going to protect you when really it's what's holding you back, right? I mean, damn. But that's what I'm hearing, Leo. So some of you might be feeling stuck in certain jobs where you don't make enough money, or it's a dead-end job where it's like there's no upward mobility, there's no way out of here. And the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Strategy. So either this is you, Leo, and you're having this conversation within yourself. Some of you may have a dear friend who is the kind of person who you cannot, the kind of friend, the kind of coworker, whatever, the kind of employer even, or coach, where if you ask, you know you're going to get the truth. Like, even if it's a little bit ugly. Hey, yes! And that's exactly what we're talking about here. Oh no, like what if I invest in this and it doesn't pay off, and etc. Queen of Swords coming over and saying, hey, you want things to change, right? You know what that means? You have to change something. Again, Leo, not speaking to you from a high horse. I've got Leo rising. I said that great conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn, it's going to be affecting the fixed signs more than other signs. So if you've got Leo placements, you are being called out to expand, to not be dead end. To, as I said, try to see rules and obligations as pathways to maturity and wealth and wisdom. And I get it. Leo is playful. Leo is heart-centered. Leo is the child of the zodiac. So it's like rules and obligations. Ugh. But if it is a doorway, a pathway to wisdom, maturity, wealth, then it's worth it. So change the plan around. Change even your budget around is what I'm hearing for some of you. And yes, they do mean financially, but some of you, how do you budget your time? How do you budget your energy? Are you investing in the things you really care about, or are there certain things that you're not putting your time and effort and energy into that you're going to be sad if you don't do it by, 2021? Like, what would you like to be different come January 1st, 2022? How do you want to be ringing in that new year? Start thinking right now about changing the plan to do that. Feel you. Feel you, Sarah. Now, I have to say, I won't say that this will hold true for all the signs. We're going to see how it goes. But these readings so far have mostly been very self-focused, and I feel that that's true for you too here, Leo. When we look at relationships, whether that's friends, family, romance, etc., there's a level of understanding and education, like learning and growing and moving on indicated here. Page of Pentacles is the apt student, the one who says, if you give me an inch, I'll take a mile. I will learn a mile if you teach me an inch. And that's how they're putting it. I've never had them put it that way before, but I kind of like that. What is it that you want to grow? Take that new idea. Take that new idea all the way. You might even be, this might be a really wonderful time for you to kick off a new schedule. Okay? If you are a Leo rising in particular, then this is happening in your 6th house. This grand conjunction is happening in your house of health, routine, and habits. And that's just what Spirit is saying. So for those of you to whom that applies, it's time to make an adjustment. It's time to learn from what has worked and not worked, which is crucial. What has also not worked. Not just like, what's going great for me? What has not worked? What has been like, oh man, I fell off of my workouts, or whatever. Like, I've been eating this and it's not good for me. That's what I'm hearing, is like the 6th house is very physically focused. Get back on the horse, get back on track, or start an entirely new track. But take care of yourself and be willing to learn from what you've tried, what you've done, what you've completed, and what you've not completed. There's a level up, a huge fucking level up and upgrade potential this week, but it involves being willing to learn and then being willing to apply what you learn. Okay? Okay. Ooh-wee. This is an interesting week. These cards are pretty fascinating. Side note, y'all. As I shuffle and get ready to move on to Virgo, and then we're going to be in the 2nd half of the zodiac. Oh, Sarah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oy. And in the holiday season. Oh, this means everything. Okay, I was going to say, so I've been considering doing an entirely separate, a 2nd weekly live stream focused only on relationships. Is that a thing that y'all would like? Just a totally separate couples, romance, specific type live stream. Very curious about how y'all feel about that, or if there is something a little more self-focused and individual focused that you would enjoy. Just gonna throw that out there. All right. And now, hey, I wonder if I felt instinctively like now was the time to suggest that or ask that, because I've got Virgos coming up that are going to tell me the damn truth and be like, no, I don't like that idea. Or yes, good idea, but do this and this and this. I know that y'all will give me details and true feedback and real criticism and critique, so I would appreciate that. Hey, thank you. Thank you, healer. Cool, good to know. That's 1 vote for yes. I'll take it. Hey, and Fernando too. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Okay. I appreciate y'all thinking over my question. Please let me know in the comments or in the chat. But now let's move on to Virgo. Let's talk. What does Virgo energy need to know this week, Spirit? Wow. Okay, they're tossing cards. Virgo. Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo rising people, Virgo dominance. What do they need to know, Spirit, this week? Ooh, chill. Overall focus and energy for Virgo. Okay. And when it comes to jobs, income, opportunities, money, projects, okay? And finally, when it comes to connections, family, friends, okay? Spirit, be quick. Let's go. Ooh, adjustments. Good adjustments. Okay, Virgo. You have, and this is just how they're putting it, you have $1 million idea. When Spirit says that, I'm not literally trying to freak you out and make you think that this, whatever it is that you're trying to do, what you're learning, what you're creating, what you are gifted with, and I'm hearing all three of those things, is supposed to make you $1 million. But it is supposed to make you feel wealthy. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. Your wealth and your opportunity this week significantly linked to creativity and passion. Again, creativity and passion, they could be interchangeable words, as well as spirituality. So when I say creativity, yes, that could mean that you were doing some kind of visual art, written art, spoken art, etc. It could mean that you are an activist. It could be that you do social work, etc. It is what you feel moved and fired up to do. What lights you up, Virgo? Invest, invest, invest. Yes, R&D. Gaia, that's exactly what this energy is. And then it's like, make a change based on what you've learned from your research and development. Make a change. Do something creative. Transition out of something. Try a bold new pathway based on what you are learning. Okay? Page of Pentacles is an apt student. Willing and eager to see what happens when they plant their pentacle and take care of it and grow it. Steady and sustainable, and yet excited, passionate, willing to go the distance. Now, what I will say is that the Knight of Wands is passionate, but has a little bit of a problem with follow through. So we want to balance that with this Page of Pentacles energy of willingness to put the nose to the grindstone, to put pen to paper, to put feet to concrete. Whatever it is that you want to grow and develop, Spirit is encouraging you to do that and encouraging you to change, like they said, based on what you learned. Yay! Yes! Go for it. That's what we like to hear. Now, this is interesting. Coming over to income, projects, jobs, opportunities for Virgo. It's a really good time for a production meeting. It's a really good time to get together with someone you trust, someone with whom you have mutual respect, equanimity. I must say, because it's the Two of Cups for some of you, this could be potentially a romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be. It is somebody who emotionally gets you, okay? So yes, for some of you, it may be spouse, partner, husband, wife, girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. For others of you, it could be just a good friend or someone that you even want to execute on this project with. This is a very good time, like I said, for a production meeting to get together and say, okay, this is what I want to achieve. What is it you're trying to achieve? And to help each other adjust the plan. Seven of Pentacles, adjust the plan. Look at what's grown so far based on the type of work and the type of seed you planted and the timing and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And looking at what has already grown and what it took to grow it, think about the adjustments that could be made to grow more of what you want, or to do a little less work but to grow more of the money, or to grow more of the clientele, or etc. It's a really good week to kind of have a sounding board and to bounce the ideas off. And I want to say, I think that you'll do this, Virgo, because you're a discerning soul, but make sure that if you decide to have this kind of meeting of the minds with someone to work on and work out your respective plans and plots, especially when it comes to, like I said, projects or income and money, things you're trying to create and have more of, make sure that you pick someone who is discerning as you are, who is as incisive as you are. Okay? I just feel like for some of you to do the romantic partner sound production meeting might not be the best thing because they may not really understand what you're passionate about and what you want to do and see. For some of you, it absolutely will. For others of you, it's like, let's talk to the friend rather than the partner, or let's have that consulting call with a coach rather than talk to the friend, or whatever, because, you know, I need this new perspective from somebody who really respects and idealizes even what it is I'm trying to do. It's really, really pretty beautiful and really, honestly, pretty profitable energy. Seven of Pentacles is like, well, we've done pretty well so far, but what could we do to kick it up a notch? Okay, let's kick it up a notch. Now, looking at the realm of feelings, friendships, family, romance, whatever emotional connections are being made this week, I'm really feeling that what you come up with during your production meeting, during your planning session, right, with that Seven of Pentacles, it brings more equanimity, more fun, more joy to even your love life and your friends. Like I said, this is the realm of all connections. Now I have to say, Knight of Cups, and then you have that Two of Cups. For a lot of you, there is romance laced up with what it is you're trying to do in the world. Maybe you're even trying to do, you know, it's not like us against the world, but it is like we together are going to do this in the world is kind of what I'm feeling. And what you have planned together is quite generous, and what you have going between you is quite generous. I really like this. This is somebody, Virgo, it feels like you have someone in your life who wants to see you succeed. So whether, again, romantic, friend, family, whatever, somebody wants you to be making the money and earning the accolades, not just the income, but the accolades that you deserve. And I feel that they're bringing you blessings. I feel that they're bringing you inspiration and ideas and opportunities. So your social connections are absolutely highlighted, unlike the way that it's been for some of these other people, where it's like, keep it to yourself. Work on you. So it's an interesting little dichotomy, Virgo. What you planning? What you adjusting? Wow. This just flew out again, Virgo. Getting paid generously. We like it. Let's do it. Now, from Virgo, from the earth, let's go back into the air to speak to Libra. Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising, and Libra dominant folks. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising and dominance, for their highest good. For their highest good. Overall focus and energy, Spirit, for Libra this week. Okay? And when it comes to income, opportunities, jobs, projects, what does Libra need to know, Spirit? Libra dominant folks, what do they need to know for their highest good? All right. And finally, when it comes to connections, family, friends, lovers, what does Libra need to know? Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Spirit being loud. Whoa, real loud. Okay. Overall focus and energy for this week, Libra. The Knight of Pentacles and the Death card. The Death card says it is definitively time to shut the door on one way that you've been doing things. And I'm going to connect this immediately to that Jupiter-Saturn conjunction happening tomorrow. There is something that you've been putting your everything is what this feels like, and we'll talk about it. But putting everything into some effort, some plot, some plan, and it feels like it is time to let go. It's time to let go and accept that a chapter has closed, and it's time to move on. So I'm hearing a couple different things, Libra. For some of you, this is like the year is coming to a close, and that is just bringing up for you everything that has either come as far as you want it to, or things that you don't feel have come as far as you would like them to. And where would you like to adjust and change the way that you mete out your energy, your money, your time? There is a call for, essentially with this Death card and then the Knight of Pentacles, what I'm hearing is you've been putting a lot of effort or time or money into something that is just not paying off. And if you shut that, if you close that, if you cut that off, all of that energy can be redirected to something that will grow slow and steady and sustainable with your effort. And this is very much alive. One thing may feel dead to you, but another is feeling full of life, full of potential, full of possibility. And this is where Spirit is asking you to put your time and energy. Okay? What do I want to grow? Like they said, where do I want to be January 1st, 2022? And this is how I plan to do 2021 to make that happen. Okay? Letting go of dead-end jobs, people, connections, habits. That's actually what I'm hearing. Dead-end habits. Okay. Now, let's talk about money, income, jobs, opportunities. I'm going to save the best for last. Let's first talk about this. 10 of Wands. You are making a Herculean effort, Libra. A lot of you all are entrepreneurs, or you have something you do during the day and then you have something that you do for yourself. Either way, you are taking on a lot. And I feel like your vision at some points may be obscured by how much you're taking on. And Spirit for a lot of you is connecting this to that Death card of like, okay, look, I did 2020 like this. Maybe I even did 2018 and 2019 like this. And guess what? Like, I'm over it. Like, I've been treating myself like a beast of burden. Like, do this, do that, get up. They're telling me something that they've told me in the past is like, if you were an executive assistant and your whole job was to take care of somebody, oh, that's wonderful. That's beautiful, Elizabeth. That's perfect. That's great energy. What Spirit is saying is if you were somebody's executive assistant and your whole job is to do all of their errands and all of the chores that they need you to do, right? So they're like, okay, get up at this time and then feed the animals and take the trash out and then put the laundry in and don't forget about the dishes, and then I need you to drive over here, pick this up, get that, spend this, get that, blah, 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 blah. And they were just doing that all the time. And they never said thank you, or do you need any additional resources to do that? Or, hey, you look a little tired today. Can I help you with da-da-da-da? If you worked for that person, you would quit and you wouldn't look back. So don't be that person to yourself. Don't be demanding from yourself that you climb mountains and scale walls and live on a penny and all this shit, and then expect yourself to not be exhausted and tired and entirely fucking over it. Okay? The time has come. Here's the second card when it comes to income and opportunities. This is an opportunity to lighten your load. This is an opportunity to do things in a way that feels more free, more true to you. The star says that there is hope, that you don't have to deplete yourself of all of your energy, all of your creativity, etc., just running and carrying all of the things. The star says, if you ask, you shall receive. And that's what I'm actually hearing. The star is vulnerable, and her vulnerability is her strength. She doesn't wear armor. She doesn't wear clothes. She's like, this is me. This is me. This is what I want to contribute to the world. And we notice that her one stream splits into several, and it indicates that we use every sense, not just our sight or our touch or our taste, all of them, including that third eye. Faith. This is what I feel I must do, and going for it. Being a little vulnerable. Hey! See you back in time, Gustavo. Be vulnerable, be open, ask and you shall receive. So if you want something this week, Libra, if you want somebody to help you take something off of your back, or someone to help you carry a few of these wands, or if you even want to change the plan entirely, now is the time. Trust yourself. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so trust yourself. And just to complete this whole sort of upgrade theme, when we come over to relationships, connections, family, friends, romance, etc., Three of Wands and the Hierophant. Again, I'm going to say, Libra, that this is a very self-focused reading. Think about, I'm going to say what Spirit said this morning about that conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn. Thinking of rules and obligations as pathways to security, wisdom, and wealth. Yes, it's an obligation. Yes, it's a rule. Yes, it requires my discipline, but think about where it's going to take me. Three of Wands. Think about how discipline could give me freedom. Okay? So, this may also represent that within certain family dynamics, you all need to find yourself and your freedom. Like, yes, the family may do it this way. This may be their religion or their tradition or the way that they see authority. Me, I do it my way. I see the reality and the truth for myself, and the horizons are much broader than what I've been shown. That will be true no matter where and who you are, Libra. That the limitations you've been shown, the way that you've been thinking you had to do it, is going to be totally blown out of the water. And you're going to find out that, as a matter of fact, it could actually be easier. Even if I want more money or more work or more etc., more opportunity, that it could come an easy way. It could come through just simply asking and showing like what you've got, rather than having to be everything from janitor to CEO and being your own executive assistant who you never say thank you to. Thank yourself. Appreciate yourself. There's a reason Spirit just flew out a card after I said appreciate yourself. And they were saying there's a reason the word appreciate goes for the way we treat ourselves and also the way money grows and appreciates. Oh, Adela, thank you. Speaking of appreciation in capital, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh, Lord, somebody stop. I'm so sorry. I didn't even do that on purpose. I really do. Thank you. But Empress, Libra, ask and you shall receive in abundance. Okay? Okay. I hope that helps. So from Libra, let's move into Scorpio. Libra is the sunset sign, and now we've dipped into the night. Scorpio. Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, and dominant folks. Hey, hey, Kayla! Yay! Happy to see you. Whoa, Scorpio. Okay, they're throwing cards for Scorpio. Let's jump in. Oh, I appreciate that, Chris. Wow. Wow, they're really throwing these cards. All right, all right, all right. Scorpio, you are so welcome, Chris. Thank you. I love your readings, too. If y'all don't know, you should go check out Chris's channel. She's amazing. She's a fellow reader. Okay. Scorpio. Overall energy and focus for this week for Scorpio Spirit. What do they need to know? Okay. Okay, I'll talk about it. And then when it comes to income, work, money, projects, and opportunities, Spirit, what does Scorpio need to know this week for their highest good? And finally, when it comes to, wow, they're ready, connections, okay? Family, friendships, love, etc. Whatever Spirit wants to get into for Scorpio. Wow. Okay, phenomenal week. Okay, Scorpio. Shoot. Overall focus and energy, victory, self-satisfaction. I'm hearing for some of you it's like, I just got my degree, or I just got my master's, or some type of certification. For others of you it's like, the job. I just hit a zenith, or I was offered this position. This is hugely victorious energy. Nine of Pentacles is I'm standing proud and self-satisfied. I have physical and financial satisfaction for all of the hard work I've done that is paying off. And I can see right in front of me how it has and is paying off. Nine of Pentacles is the only card in the deck for the successfully self-employed person. Doesn't literally have to mean that you are self-employed, but it's like you are doing it on your own. You are bringing home the bacon. You are frying it up in the pan, Scorpio. You're doing it all, and Spirit wants to honor the fuck out of you. The Chariot is overcoming challenges. The Chariot is reaching the end of that yellow brick road, going through every crossroad, every interrupter, every opponent, every distraction, and using them all to become better, smarter, faster, stronger. Now they're like totally playing that song in my head. That Daft Punk Kanye song. Wow, okay. Better, faster, stronger. I'm gonna have to listen to it. Scorpio, that's your song this week, okay? Go for what you want. This is the time. This is the time. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're already getting some things that you want, some recognition that you want, appreciation. It is a great song. It is a great song. It is also like absolutely the Scorpio theme, because when Spirit brings it in that hard, that's for you. Now, like I said, pretty fucking amazing week. When it comes to income, projects, money, opportunities, holy fuck, the Emperor and the World. And Spirit just said world builder. Interesting. I'm getting a couple things from that. For one, Spirit is showing me somebody who is working with video games and graphics and actually like building worlds in that way. So some of you may be in some kind of design or tech or coding. And then for others of you, world building, they're relating it to authors, people who build whole worlds, right? Within these novels or within these graphic, within like comics and things like that. I feel a lot of you are constructing a whole other existence. And like I said, Spirit's being funny, but it's like for some of you that's a fictional existence. For some of you, it's like I'm changing my whole lived existence. That upgrade of I got this degree, or I got this new job, or I got this grant that I was looking for, you're going to take that all the way. This is a good week to be thinking about discipline and rules and the way that you run your life. The Emperor is like the CEO of the tarot. So Spirit's giving me kind of a funny example, but I love this, right? So being the boss of your own life, leading your own life. Sometimes we can get caught up in the way that we've always been doing it, and that's a very Four of Pentacles energy. It's like, I always do it like this. This is how much I have. That's it. Spirit is like, you may have this experience, Scorpio, or some of you may want to invoke this experience of, what if I woke up tomorrow and I wasn't me? I was in my body, but it was like, you know, a benevolent alien came down and said, I'm going to live in your body for the next week. And that alien has no past. That alien doesn't have your hang-ups, your memories, your traumas even, right? What that alien does have is your abilities, your environment, your mind, right? So what would you do with your abilities and your environment and your ideas and your mind if you didn't have any of those old hang-ups? If you were doing it completely from scratch, what would you do? If you were an alien, just as an example, okay, I'm going to give y'all an example straight from, I've got some Scorpio placements myself. All evidence to the contrary, I don't like being front and center spotlight. So for example, doing something like karaoke, I can be like, oh no, oh God, like I don't want to do this. Either I need to be really lit or somebody needs to beg me to do this for their birthday or whatever, and then I'll do it. Otherwise, I don't want to fucking do it. But if tomorrow an alien woke up in my body and they wanted to go sing some fucking karaoke, they might do the shit out of it because they don't have my hang-ups, and they might like be like, we're gonna make a viral video and all this shit, we're gonna get the whole bar up on their feet screaming and laughing because we're down to do this thing, even if it doesn't sound good, even if it's whatever. Stepping out of your own hang-ups, trying things a new way. If you change the way that you do the plan, it can expand things to that worldwide, publish, broadcast, bigger, better, stronger, better, faster. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. All right. It's worth your time. Okay? You're an alien in your own body. How do you do it differently? You don't have your hang-ups, but you do have your desires. How do you do it differently? It's a fucking amazing week for you, Scorpio. Let's just keep the theme going. When it comes to relationships, friends, connections, lovers, family, etc. Beautiful cards. 9 of Cups, satisfaction, particularly self-satisfaction. And then Queen of Swords. You've got a lot of strong-minded characters in your reading. Queen of Swords is analytical and strategic. 9 of Cups is wishes coming true. Some of you all may have a friend or a partner that is a Queen of Swords type. Somebody who you know they're going to tell you the truth, even if it's like ugly, right? Like even if you know that you're not going to like what comes out, you're going to know that whatever comes out is honest. This person can help you. This person can help you reach even new heights. And they may even be the person who handed you your degree or your promotion or what have you. But somebody believes in your talents like crazy. And Spirit wants you to believe in yourself like that. 9 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. The fucking Emperor. This is someone who knows their own talents and counts on their own selves. So count on yourself this week. Doesn't mean don't count on other people, but it means you are capable of a fucking lot. And if you're feeling extra proud or extra self-satisfied, just enjoy that. Sometimes when I see certain cards, I'm like, uh-oh, like you might be resting on your laurels. I don't feel that. I feel that this week you deserve a little time to rest on your laurels if you just got them. So like, hey, I just got my master's degree. Cool. Rest on your fucking laurels. Like, hey, I just got this new job. Awesome. Treat yourself to some pizza. Like, 9 of Cups. Enjoy. It's the holidays, goddammit. All right. All right, Scorpio. Speaking of the holidays, let's move on to the partiers of the zodiac. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Woo! Okay, throwing cards. Sagittarius. Let's talk wanderers and holy fools of the zodiac. What do they need to know, Spirit? Sagittarius Sun. Sagittarius Moon. Sagittarius Rising and Dominant folks, please, Spirit. What do they need to know for their highest good? Sagittarius this week for their highest good, okay? And when it comes to money, projects, opportunities, what does Sagittarius need to know for their highest good? Wow, okay. We're going to talk about it. And finally, when it comes to love, relationships, wow, friends, connections, family, Spirit, what aspect of Sagittarian's love life do you want to talk about this week for their highest good? Okay. Wands, wands, wands. It's like they know that you're a fire sign. Okay. You ready for it, Sag? There's a bit of a theme here. Bit of a theme. Take the lead. Queen of Wands. This is you, Sagittarius. Queen of Wands is Queen of Fire. Again, you can be anywhere on the gender spectrum to show up as a queen. It says that you are a creator, a nurturer, someone who loves to succeed but also loves to see other people succeed and thrive and be happy. Queen of Wands paired with the 9 of Wands says you might feel a little tired, a little like over it, like a little forced into doing a lot, and maybe like, God, I'm so tired of this. Aren't I done? Aren't I finished yet? Spirit's like, you are really close to done. So please do not stop being vigilant. Do not stop going for what you want. Do not stop pushing. That's what I'm hearing. Don't stop pushing. Now, the way that you push, though, Because there's a push, like a Queen of Swords push, where you just burst down the door or cut through it right with your sword. Here's Johnny type shit. Queen of Wands is warm and charming and persuasive and funny. So Spirit wants you to stick with that which it is you are trying to bring and have and create in life, even if there is a bit of a conflict or you have to fight for it. They don't want you to fight with brute strength or harsh words. Let's talk about it. I especially feel that there could be some kind of competition, some kind of... There may be limited resources that you're trying to get some of, so this could be some of you maybe going for a certain job or going for a certain like grant for your organization, or trying to gain a certain resource so that you can do something. Seven of Wands is the conflict and the fight. And then we have the Strength card. This is where Spirit is saying you don't need to use brute strength, and we want you to act like the Queen of Wands. Hello, she had the black cat. And then here we have the lion. Cats, cats, cats. It's that warmth. Seven of Wands says you have everything that it takes. You have the higher ground. You have a great idea. Yes, other people may be competing with you to get this position or achieve the same dream, or they're entirely going up against your way of thinking, your way of behaving, even your way of leading. So maybe you're a leader on a project, or you're working within a group and you're trying to lead it, and you may have other people that are competing or who don't understand where you're coming from, or are trying to kind of assail your way of doing things. Spirit is like, for example, like I said, the Queen of Swords will just cut through people's shit and cut through their words and cut them off. We don't want that behavior. The Strength card is about using inner strength versus brute strength. It's about trusting and knowing ourselves and having compassion for ourselves, because when we have compassion for ourselves, we can have compassion for other people. Like, I may not understand why you're coming at me with your guns blazing, but I know that if I start doing my guns blazing in response to your guns blazing, all that it means is there are more guns blazing. But if somebody comes in to my office or comes over to my desk or sends me an email or whatever, ready to fight, ready to go toe to toe, ready to oppose me, ready to fight for what it is I want, or stop me from getting it or whatever, and my response is to give them compassion and patience and understanding, like, wow, you know, it sounds like you're really having a hard time with this project, or etc., and I really don't want you to be feeling left out or left behind or whatever. Is there anything I could do to support you better in what it is you're trying to do, or whatever? You may find this person then in response does their own yielding and softening and is like, okay, I'm really sorry that I came at you with that tone, or I'm really sorry that I used such harsh words, or that I didn't understand what you were trying to do. So you may get some people backpedaling because you are so graceful and kind and warm in response to someone trying to come at you and kind of brute strength you, like speak over you, or etc. And this is actually what Spirit is saying. For some of you, you could even be in like a group setting where someone is trying to talk over you, or multiple people are trying to talk over you or stop you or prevent your idea from being heard. And when they do all this like railing and raising their voice or using harsh words or whatever, and then your response is to stay extremely graceful and magnanimous and like in your pocket, in your place of power, you're going to respond in a way that throws them off balance, because they're expecting you to come back. If they're coming at you like this, they're expecting you to come back like this. And if you don't, and you kind of Aikido that shit, where you just use their own energy to toss them over your shoulder, and they're like, oh, what did even just happen? Surprise them with your charm and your graciousness and your compassion, and you may find that they kind of resolve the situation for you, rather than you having to like fight and fight and fight and fight. Okay? Okay. There definitely need to be some adjustments made in the relationship realm. 8 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. You may not want to make these changes. You may not want to acknowledge that there are even changes to be made or adjustments that are required for things to be healthier, but it's time to recognize that. And it's time, what I'm hearing particularly, is to stop feeling guilty about the fact that you need some things to change. You need certain things to increase, you need certain other things to decrease or go away entirely. And the only way to get what you want in any relationship, again, friendships, family, romance, whatever, is to first acknowledge to yourself if you don't like something, or if something isn't working for you, or if you've been keeping quiet about something that you need. And that's kind of what I'm hearing, is like you're holding back because maybe you feel like you're asking too much, or you feel insecure and afraid of the answer you're going to get, or etc. But Spirit's like, the only way to get what you want is to speak it, to ask, and to adjust. Okay? Don't hold back, but also you don't need to go in guns blazing. Have compassion, know where you stand, know what's negotiable and what's non-negotiable for you, and then act magnanimous, no matter what. Like, I don't always say this, Sagittarius, but this really is a week where it's like, if they go low, you go high. Because everyone is going to be, this is just what I'm hearing, a lot of people are going to be listening or watching, and you're going to like how you come off a lot better if you don't sink to their level. And I feel that it could actually have quite professional or financial implications for you to show up as, let me just show you what flew out when I said that. Financial implications, professional implications if you show up in balance and in gentleness. So you could get paid more, matter of fact, for standing up for yourself in a gentler way. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Praxis. How you doing? Now, let's move from Sagittarius, the partiers of the zodiac, over to the CEOs of the zodiac. Let's talk to Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, Capricorn Dominant folks. Spirit, what do Capricorns need to know this week for their highest good? Capricorn, Capricorn. Their highest good, Spirit. Overall focus and energy for this week, okay? And now looking at income, money, jobs, yeah, Cap time. Looking at income, jobs, opportunities, money, okay? For Capricorn's highest good. And finally, looking at love. Looking at emotions, relationships. Wow. Okay. That's kind of exciting. Let's get into it. Ooh, wow. Wow. Okay, clearing the air. That's what I'm hearing, Capricorn. You ready? Overall focus and energy for this week. Clearing the confusion. Zeroing in on what really matters. That's what I'm hearing. 5 of Wands, we're playing around, we're feeling it out, we're seeing what happens. Spirit's like, let's just clear this out of the way. Oh, thank you so much, Sassy. I appreciate you. Y'all are so kind. Oh, goodness. Clear things out of the way and prioritize. What is one thing you want to focus on? What is one thing that you want to grow or plan or improve this week, Capricorn? Choose that rather than scattering your energy across like, oh, I could do this and I could do this and I could do this and I could do this. It's like, let's simplify, recycle, reduce, reuse. Like, this is a lot. And I also kind of feel that there's like a lack of maturity around you. This could be that the people you're around, maybe it's the holidays and you're around certain family members or whatever, and there's like a lot of loudness and just a general kind of like lack of focus. Like, I'm getting a very chickens with their heads cut off kind of a feel from this. And Spirit's like, so we're going to need you to zero in on what it is you want and prioritize and stick with what it is that you're trying to create. Going to be some confusion, going to be some conflict. I kind of feel like you need to... They're giving me the word exercise. Like, we need to perform an exorcism, right? So there's certain associations that you need to exorcise. Like they need to go ahead and exit. It's about to be the new year. What do you want to clear up or clear out by the new year? Clear up confusion or clear out people that are fucking around and not working out and not reasonable or mature or focused. Okay? Let's talk some more about it. When it comes to income, jobs, projects, opportunities, I feel that a lot of you are walking away. Yep, I hear that, Katie. I hear that. This is that kind of energy. Is like if you're not with me, then like please move because I'm doing important things. Like that's very Capricorn. It's not like if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, but kind of like leaving behind things, situations, organizations, and I'm hearing that some of y'all might be leaving certain jobs even because you're like, I'm over it. This is not serving me. I'm going to cut my losses. I'm going to take what's mine. I'm going to leave what's not, and I'm going. Yes, yes, Elizabeth, stick with your intuition. Do not be swayed. There is a lot of beauty available for you this week. A lot. Seven of Swords says you're walking away from certain associations, cutting your losses with certain things, moving on to greener pastures. Seven of Swords walking right over to the Four of Wands. Connection, commitment, consistency is what I'm hearing. Some of y'all, again, because this is money and jobs and income, it might be I'm leaving this organization to join this one and it's going to be so much better for me. I know, this won't be stalking you, Katie. You know it has its own implications for you. And this can also be, it's joining an organization that either feels more like home or just you feel more respected, you feel more appreciated, you feel more welcome there. So if you need to take your leave, if you need to cut your losses, or maybe you just need to go home for a little vacation, cut your fucking losses, don't feel guilty or regretful about it, and go enjoy yourself this week. Okay? Okay. Now, here's more evidence that some of you may be leaving one situation to enter like another that is better for you. When we're looking at relationships, love, friendships, family, etc., Ten of Pentacles and the Star. I mean, Ten of Pentacles is literally, you already had the Four of Wands, which is like happy and warm home and commitment. Ten of Pentacles is built to last, enduring. It is property, it is marriage, it is family, it is legacy. So some of you all may, I mean, it's a gimme, right? Where it's during the holidays. Some of us, whether it's via Zoom or whether you're traveling or you already live with your family, just celebrating good times with them. But there is a sense of hope and new possibility associated with this Ten of Pentacles. So again, it kind of feels like the more that you clear up the confusion and move toward what you really want, the more that you cut your losses and again, move toward what you really want, what makes you feel comfortable, what makes you feel at home and happy and safe. The more real you are, the better your environment gets. The Star is vulnerability and faith and doing what feels right, doing what feels good in your soul, and then seeing magic occur because you've done that. So some of you may think that you have to protect yourself this week or that you have to arm yourself because you're going to go into battle, and Spirit's like, we want to disarm. And by disarming ourselves, we disarm other people. You like to spend a lot of your life armed to the teeth, Capricorn. But letting go and allowing seems to be the move this week. Show your vulnerability. Be honest with yourself about what moves you. And if something is moving you the fuck out of somewhere, it looks like it's all for you to end up in a better destination. Ten of Pentacles, built to last. Safety, enduring and affirming love. I love that, Capricorn. It comes through being vulnerable, not through being protected or guarded. It's the opposite. Okay? Okay. And speaking of the Star, which is the Aquarius card, let's talk to Aquarius. What's up this week for Aquarius spirit? Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising, and dominant folks. Aquarius. Aquarius. Whoop! Dropping cards. Okay. That's a good one. Okay. Overall focus and energy for Aquarius this week. And when it comes to income, money, jobs, projects, and Spirit just gave me the word prospects. Oh no, I just missed somebody's message. Shoot. I don't think I see all of them anyway, so always forgive me if I don't see your messages. I tried. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Spirit being loud. Okay. Aquarius, when it comes to love, connections, relationships. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Ooh, how many of y'all have Capricorn placements? Just something to think about. Hey, you know we're here, Lori. Beep boop. Aliens of the Zodiac. Beautiful week. Matter of fact, beautiful week for Aquarius. Overall focus and energy. Wow. The level of satisfaction and achievement and like personal and financial fulfillment here. 9 of Pentacles. Only card for the successfully self-employed person. For independently wealthy is actually what Spirit just said. I mean, you love both of those things, right, Aquarius? Being independent, being wealthy. How can I get both at the same time? This is great. It looks like a lot of you freaking can. The Chariot is overcoming obstacles and challenges to reach success. It is not that the road to success is so smooth and so easy. The Chariot is, thank you for all that friction. You provided the exact traction I needed to get exactly where I need to go. So Spirit is saying that some of you may be feeling quite self-satisfied this week. And I like it. Sometimes when I see or hear self-satisfaction, it feels like, uh-oh, don't rest on your laurels. This feels like, you worked for this. You worked for this. Give yourself some fucking appreciation and allow yourself to enjoy what you have managed. Like, I'm also really hearing strongly, give thanks. Give thanks. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Not just for the things and people around you and like how things have fallen into place or stuff like that. All of that too, right? Yes, give gratitude for all of that. But also give yourself appreciation. Okay? Not empty platitudes and shit like that, but true thanks for showing up and doing something that has been really hard for you and you have managed to achieve something despite how difficult it was. That's what makes the victory so much sweeter. If the road were like easy and free from obstacles, then you wouldn't be pulling the Chariot. You know what I mean? Like, you're pulling the Chariot because it's like, I'm gonna know how hard I worked for this and I'm gonna be so joyful. I'm gonna be over the fucking moon because I know that this wasn't easy for me and it's exactly what I wanted and I made that shit happen. 9 of Pentacles, I did that. I grew the fruit and now I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. How about that shit? How about that? Oh, I love that, Lori. I love that. A 9 of Pentacles year with a Chariot finish. That's what we like. A Chariot on top. I hate me too. Okay. Looking at income, money, projects, opportunities, this is quite similar. This is why I said, and remember, there's a free birth chart generator right there in the description. So if you don't know your other planets or your other placements in your chart, go and check that out. Because some of y'all may truly have Capricorn placements. I'm seeing a lot of you cutting your losses. Leaving behind a place, a person, an organization that just was not giving back to you. You poured in your time, you poured in your effort, you poured in your energy, and it never felt like you were getting paid what you deserved. So that could be literal, where it's like, y'all keep my wages way too low for what you're asking me to do. Or it could just be like, this environment is depressing, or this environment is not for me. I'm looking out. I'm going for something new. I'm out. Like, I'm expanding. I've got new horizons to reach. I've got new opportunities coming in, and that's what this is about, is like, people are asking, hey H, how you doing? I'm not gonna say your real name. Now, are your ships coming in, or are you getting on a ship and going somewhere? It's one of two things, Aquarius. People may be sending you opportunities and options and requests, or you may be submitting requests to go elsewhere. I want to transfer, or I'm applying for a new job, or I'm applying for this grant. New horizons, new places. Leaving behind that old shit, anything stagnant, anything that you're over, putting everything into and it's not putting into you. There are indeed greener pastures. Greener, wider, more satisfying pastures. I mean, literally green pasture right here. Okay, now, looking at relationships, connections, loved ones, whether that be friends, family, etc. You've got all the love and all the types of love, all kept in this one card. 10 of Cups is, like I said, it's all the love. It is my cups runneth over. I've got friends, I've got my family, I've got like my loved one or this person I've got my crush on, whatever. My cups are full. And it's your doing. It's you who has worked for this. It is you who deserves appreciation for this. Now here's something else I'm hearing. 10 of Cups is family and love and hello. Again, it's a freebie. It's the holidays. Like, hopefully a lot of us are experiencing this kind of unity and enjoyment. The Emperor is like the father figure of the tarot and possibly the father figure of this group. So there may be a little bit of the way that you appreciate yourself and give thanks for yourself. Some of you have a person in your life, whether again that's a father or a husband or just somebody who is really helpful in putting the pieces together and getting you where you want to go. Gratitude for them as well. And I'm hearing that for some of them that may be, again, this is so similar to what they were saying about Capricorn, but it may be quite disarming to give them gratitude and appreciation. So even if they're a little bit of a hard ass, like they might soften up a little bit because you come to them with, I just want you to know, thank you for this, 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 and this. You did this for me and it's irreplaceable and beautiful and you're amazing. 10 of Cups. Blessings, overwhelming joy, connection to the Father. And remember, some of us don't have necessarily a father figure or a parent around. The Emperor says, who's your daddy? You are. So, like I said, give yourself certain appreciation. There's also a level of discipline involved with the Emperor. Discipline for you this week leads to and equals overjoyed. So work for what you want. Ask for what you want. Put it out there. And above all, give gratitude for what you already have because it will multiply what you will have. Okay? Okay. And now, finally, we have arrived. The beginning and the ending. 2 fish. Pisces. Let's talk. Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising. Ooh, I just remembered. So next week, y'all, I'm doing the monthly call-in show that I do with people who are patrons of my work. If you would like to contribute $5 a month, if you want to like buy me a coffee once a month for doing these weekly readings, you can join over on Patreon. I put the link in the description. And if you do decide to become a $5 a month contributor, you get to come to these live hangouts where I do like a call-in show. So you can call or email with an issue or problem. We pull cards, we dispense advice, we talk about it, and we also just shoot the shit. It's fun. If you want to hang out, join. Ah! Oh look! Hey, look who here. Hey, Mike. Ooh, now I want pie. Good thing there is pie. Okay, all right. Pisces. Let's get into it. Overall energy and focus for Pisces. Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising and dominant folks. What's on the docket for Pisces this week, Spirit? Overall energy and focus for their highest good. Woo! Okay. Income. When it comes to income, opportunities, jobs. What you got for Pisces? Their highest good, Spirit. Okay. And when it comes finally to love, to connections, friendships, family, feelings, what does Pisces need to know? Okay. Oh. Okay, I need one more. I need one more. What's the antidote for Pisces? Wow. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm hearing, Pisces. I'm jumping right to connections, friends, family, loved ones, etc. Some of y'all need more reliable people in your life. I'm feeling a little bit of I've said this for a few signs already. We got that grand conjunction coming tomorrow between Jupiter and Saturn, and it feels like a lot of that is clearing confusion and cutting away overgrowth. That's actually what I'm hearing for you, Pisces. So let's talk about clearing the confusion. Overall focus and energy for this week. The Hanged One, clarified appropriately by the Queen of Swords. The Hanged One, suspended animation, slow down, sacred pause, things not moving fast, things, life being turned upside down. Now, of all the signs that this could happen to, Pisces, you are someone who can deal with that Hanged One energy in a beneficial way. You tend to understand that things happen in cycles, that there is a flow to certain things, and that to resist is to suffer. And that's just what I'm hearing. To resist, for example, even the resistance is to suffer. So, okay, this is what's happening. Life has me in this exact spot right now. What can I learn all about this exact spot? If this is where I have to be hung upside down, I may as well get a feel for the terrain, for the height of the tree I'm in, all of that, and create a plan for what's going to happen. How am I going to get myself down? Or what's going to happen once I do get down? Do I even know where I am? Etc. So get analytical. Get strategic. Some of you all might have somebody close to you that helps you with that. That could be who this Queen of Swords is. Someone who has a very strong analytical mind. Someone who can, again, it's like I'm hearing trim the fat. I'm hearing cut back the overgrowth. I'm hearing get clear. Get clear, get clear, get clear. So a shift in perspective this week. And the pause, if you stay in the pause for a little while longer, know that that's okay. Know that you shouldn't resist, okay? It's the Hanged One energy always precipitates an epiphany. Like, oh, I never saw it that way because I was looking at it right side up. Once I turned my head like that, like, oh, I can see how I could rearrange this, or how if I change this one thing, all this other stuff will kind of fall into place. You feel me? There is absolutely some stuff that Spirit wants to fall into place for you, specifically regarding your finances, specifically regarding your occupation. Two of Wands, looking at your options. One thing you've already got going for you. It's planted, it's growing, it's doing its own thing, it's going great. So it's like one set of skills is what I'm feeling. So you've got this, Pisces. It's like that, I know I can do that. It's going, it's doing its own thing. Now this isn't planted yet. This is right here in her hand. She can take it anywhere that she might want to go, and she's thinking about it. She may even be mapping out some navigation for where she wants to try and take this wand and go plant it. Who can help her plant that? The King of the Plants, King of Pentacles, King of Growth, King of Money, King of Income. I'm actually hearing for some of you that you may have a friend who is a Taurus, who has strong Taurus placements, that is helping you out. I don't always hear that or feel that with the King of Pentacles, but I'm feeling it for you, Pisces. Like, oh, you have that water stuff? Do you need this earth energy to come and kind of like provide a shore for your waters to lap at? Kind of like a sounding board, someone who has a different perspective. You're getting that. You're getting a lot of social support and assistance. I feel like there is an opportunity out there. It's like, it's kind of like what they were saying with Aquarius. Are your ships coming in, or are they going out? Because there is an opportunity. I actually feel strongly for you, Pisces, that it's like, go out and do that. Go out and try that. it feels like you'll be extremely successful. And I'll pick up and show you in just a second why, like, I feel you're going to be doubly successful. But I'll tell you what, to have that success, I do feel there has to be a level of discernment and even a level of, I'm going to use the word that is associated with the Hanged One, sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice somebody's good opinion of you, is actually what I'm hearing. But it's like, what is their opinion worth? You know, Pisces, sometimes I feel like I know exactly what a situation is when it's coming through from Spirit, and sometimes I feel like, ooh, this is a little complicated and a little messy. When it comes to relationships, connections, etc. 5 of Swords, Page of Swords. A little bit of lack of maturity, a little bit of cutting off my nose to spite my face, a little bit of somebody turning around and abandoning the situation or walking away without apologizing, or a little bit of a, I feel almost like there are some people in the world, Pisces, that you can't clear it up with, that you can't gain understanding with, and it's almost like when, like they were saying about if you resist, then it hurts more. There may be someone or a dynamic that you just have to let go of. It's your free will, Pisces. It's your life. You don't need to do anything, especially based on one general reading from a random lady on the internet. You don't need to do that. Trust yourself. If you don't feel you need to leave any associations or whatever behind, don't do that. But with this Page of Swords and this 5 of Swords, it almost feels like you're not going to get what you want from this person. Like this person lacks maturity. This person lacks perspective, is what I'm hearing. So you could be as clear and concise and kind and all of these things as you want, and I still feel like this person's going to end up feeling like you hurt them or you stabbed them in the back, even though you're not doing that. You feel me? They're confused, and it's confusing for you. So I want to say, especially perhaps with the help of this person, hello, talk about perspective shift, especially with the help of this person, you may be able to understand and therefore release associations that are not helping you grow and not improving your outlook, and just adding confusion to your life. Like, ugh, why am I worrying about this? I don't need to do that. You know what I need to do, and here's your final card. What I need to do is focus on me and my money and my life, building and growing my life the way I want to grow it. And over here, let's not forget, in the realm of income and opportunities, you had the King of Pentacles. So you may need to cut some people that are not befitting of you out of your life, or at least begin to detach from them. Talk to them a little less, or invest your mental or emotional energy in them a little less, because like they keep showing you the same pattern, and that's what I'm hearing. It's like, you've done this before, they've done this before, they've done this before, here we go again, here we go again. If that is the case, it may be time to find, no, don't do it. Please. The power of Grayskull. Okay. We're gonna finish this, damn it. Thank you, Jason, for that donation. I appreciate you. I didn't get to see the message because this thing disconnected. Seems to me that there are more equal, this is funny, but Spirit's saying equal and equitable relationships available to you. Treasure and honor what you do and what you contribute, like financially, freaking income. You didn't break it. It done been broken, but I appreciate, the timing was pretty great though. That was pretty great. Hey, say hi, Praxis. She says hi. Treasure yourself and what you are able to do. Prioritize yourself and what you are able to do, Pisces. And let go of things, people, institutions that don't understand, and specifically that don't really seem to care to understand. Because that's what I'm hearing, is that for some of these people, it's in one ear and out the other. Like, they always do this, as Spirit was saying earlier, they always do this. They reliably do this pattern. Or, for some of you, it's like, I've told them this, and I've told them this, and I've told them this over and over and over and over and over again, and they keep acting like it's a surprise, or they keep acting like we never had that conversation, and I keep feeling screwed over. And you're fucking done with that. Trim the fat. Trim the overgrowth. Focus on you. Take care of you. Shift in perspective, very beneficial financially and personally this week. Yay. Okay, because my phone is exploding like crazy, I'm just gonna say thank you to those of you that have hung out throughout this whole thing. Thank you for commenting, and thank you so much those of you who donated. It really like blows my fucking mind and means the world, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. And y'all, happy holidays. Happy holidays. Also, we talked last week about discussing that grand conjunction. I am going to be putting out a video specifically about that Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, so look forward to that. And we'll be talking about it on my live call-in show next Sunday. So again, if you want to become a $5 patron, patreon.com, it's in the description. We can chat live and like discuss where it is in your chart and stuff. That would be fun. Yay! Oh, y'all are so welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And if I don't see you before then I will see y'all next weekend. Oh, Lily, thank you. Love y'all. See you next week. Bye-bye.